The United States and Iran trading multiple rounds of strikes over the weekend. Iran launching missile and drone attacks on U.S. military facilities across several Gulf states, including Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar, Oman, and Jordan, while warning there could be more incidents in the Strait of Hormuz. CENTCOM forces responding with a new round of strikes targeting Iranian military sites late last night. So all of this continuing overnight, oil prices reacting to this. President Trump confirming that the Strait of Hormuz remains open. Watch.
CENTCOM came out this morning and said the Strait of Hormuz is open. Which is it, Mr. President?
It's open. We bombed the hell out of them last night. They're very, very evil and sick people. We had meetings with them for the last. They agreed to a deal yesterday, a perfect deal for us. No nuclear, no this, no that, no nothing. They gave up everything. And then after that, they left the room. And then within an hour, they launched a drone at a ship.
Joining me now, Heritage Foundation Center for National Security, Brent Sadler. Brent, where are we this morning?
Well, I think there's quietly in the background some working at a technical level and low diplomatic levels to try to open up channels of dialogue. That's fine, and that's the negotiation. But what's also going on and also can't be let up because the pressure is what the Iranians respond to is the military strikes. And the majority of those are focused in around the Straits of Hormuz, Bandar Abbas, all the way to Chabahar, major ports in the Arabian Sea coast, points from which the Iranians have been launching these attacks against shipping, all throughout the previous ceasefire. So the pressure needs to keep up, at the same time keeping the door open to negotiations, but they can't be conditional. The military activity has to continue unabated.
All right. So let me ask you this, because if you look at it, some of the deep dive reporting that's been done about kind of what's happening within the Iranian regime right now, there are so many different factions because we took out basically 3 layers of leadership. It's not just about Khamenei. It's about everyone that surrounded him and underneath him. When you take that much leadership out, and these people are now gone, those that are left don't really have not the experience, but also they're in different sections. It's almost like you've got the IRGC on one side, and then you've got the politicians on the other. And one side is saying, we're going to negotiate with America. The other faction, IRGC, is striking against America. That seems to be what we're witnessing kind of play out in real time, Brett.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the design. The president took out the first and the second tier. The third tier of leadership's looking to be not any better. So perhaps we need to dig down deeper to the fourth and fifth tier of leadership. But it's really the IRGC that's the problem here, and their muscle on the streets in the form of the Basij. So if there's going to be an opportunity for a new, fresher view regime in Tehran, which is a big ask, I know, but one in which is more responsible to the Iranian people and one not a threat to American lives and interest, this is the path that's going to have to be kind of hoed before we get to the end of it. And again, if this regime, these leaders in IRGC are not going to be willing to play ball effectively and hold to a promise, then it's time to look another tier down.
All right. Well, and certainly we need to be standing with our Gulf allies. I mean, they were going after in those countries I mentioned in your introduction. I mean, those are U.S. military sites. They're going after our U.S. Troops, to be clear here. So that's understood.
So I wrote the song a long time ago. It's an American song. Happy birthday, America.
My grandmama worked on a factory floor, sewing leather for minimum wage, while my granddaddy worked on the beer joints in town, trying to forget the memories he made. Because when Daddy was born in 1945, he'd been fighting for what we along with 5 other brothers who stood by his side. They were ready, they were willing to bleed. Red, white, and blue. Those colors mean something. Those colors stay true. Like my family before me, I feel it too. The blood that's in my veins runs red, white, and blue. My daddy grew up on the wrong side of poor, rubbing nickels together for heat. Well, he and his sister, they barely got by with the clothes and the shoes on their feet. So he joined the service when he was 18, like his daddy and his uncles before. And he was ready to die for what he believed, to fight for what's worth fighting for. Red, white, and blue. 'Cause those colors mean something. Those colors stay true. Like my family before me, I feel it too. The blood that's in my veins runs red, white, and blue. Now me and my sisters got kids of our own, and my brother's coming up on 30. And my daddy taught us all how to live off the land, and how to stand up for what we believe. Red, white, and blue. 'Cause those colors mean something. Those colors stay true. Like my family before me, I feel it too. The blood that's in my veins runs red, white, and blue. Like my family before me, I feel it too. The blood that's in my veins runs red, white, and blue. The blood that's in my veins, it runs red, white, and blue.
The US has just launched another 140 strikes on Iran, this time on air defense systems, coastal radar sites, missile drone capabilities, and so on. But it's still, bizarrely, not a full-out war. And I don't know, I've said before, perhaps it's because the US thinks it's dealing with a two-headed monster. Its peace talks are with civilian leaders who claim to want peace. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But its real war, the shooty bang bang stuff, is with the ultra-hardline Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, backed by extremist religious leaders. These are the guys that really pull the strings. They've been whipping up calls for revenge against the US by parading the coffin of their dead supreme leader around the country, the leader killed by the US on day one of the war, and by last Friday getting mosques around Iran to call for American blood. And then there are, of course, the lies that Iran boasting, oh, we just killed another 3 American soldiers in Kuwait, aren't we doing well? And Russia's state media, of course, lapping it up. But it's all lies, say the Americans, no Americans killed. Joining me is Michael Shoebridge, a former senior defence official and now founder and director of Strategic Analysis Australia. Michael, very good to talk to you. What is going on with this war? It's a half on, it's half off, it's stop, it's start. It shows no American resolve at all.
No, Andrew, I think that's what the Iranians are thinking too. So turns out the 14-point memorandum of understanding didn't agree anything, even the simple things like, is the Strait of Hormuz going to be open? So the US and Iran have been trading strikes in and around the strait. But what's new now is Iran has escalated. It's now attacked 6 Gulf states, and it's made those threats against the Israeli Prime Minister, against the US President and other senior US figures. And President Trump took it seriously enough that he didn't fly back home on his new Qatari jet. He went back to the old Air Force One. So those two things are really testing, is America going to escalate or are they going to fold to Iran?
Oh, so true. Look, and I said this was bizarre. There was another weird development on the weekend. You had hardline protesters in Iran. They've been calling for the deaths of Americans they blame for this war, not just Trump, but, you know, including Republican Senator Lindsey Graham, a Trump confidant. Russian President Vladimir Putin's favourite philosopher, Alexander Dugin, known as Putin's brain, also called for Lindsey Graham to be killed. Well, Graham was in Kyiv on Saturday to support Ukraine, flew home, and indeed died suddenly yesterday. Now, a very popular Iranian propaganda channel that uses Lego figures, AI ones, is claiming that Iran actually killed Lindsey Graham, and other names will follow, like Laura Loomer, a prominent conservative blogger, although the doctors say no, it was actually a massive heart attack. The propaganda, Michael, in this war is insane, isn't it? Or do you buy the conspiracy theory?
I think it is insane, but it's effective because, you know, the Russians have shown how powerful propaganda can be, and the Iranians too. So this set of conspiracy theories around Lindsey Graham will just grow, I think. And because he was someone close to Donald Trump, add that to the death threats against Donald Trump, that could well be a driver of what President Trump does next. So it looks a bit strange and a bit like it is just a propaganda play, but it could have an effect in the real world.